Well, let's move on to Seyi Vibes and Zino. I'm just gonna give you guys a brief background of this gist. So yeah, if you're like me, a chronic Twitter user, you must have seen the Seyi Vibes and Zino beef. Basically, it started from this snippet, I think. Let's hear it.
Attack, back to send attack, attack, tower, attack, Yatulila. Is that the baby Jebe? Isiwa, all the Shimba, the Dutiwa, Ole Papa, it is the ladies' party. I no go tire, oh my baby bad, exam my pass.
I cannot get much from that snippet, but after the snippet, Seyi dropped a few things on the story. Yeah. Zino woke up and said, should he post his own snippet? Basically, should he post his picket? I don't know if you guys can get it from this one. That he just woke up. Should he post his own snippet?
Just waking up, check a die everywhere, check a post snippet.
Check a die everywhere. Should have scatter everywhere.
Oh, my post over my say, I just post snippet.
So,
I cannot draw with snippets. You.
Shall we reply with this?
Normal thing, no competition. Actually, my do point for your you know. Other one.
Just.
So basically, that's when Seyi Vibes now brought into the whole record label thing. So Seyi Vibes was like, post the snippets, but there's no competition, bro. Like I'm levels ahead of you, stuff like that. Normal banter. So that's when it became very personal between those two artists. And after that, Zino now posted the snippet.
She like so that day on top. She be my name, she won't tear my clothes. She's not my girl, but it's just my son. Oh God, today na Sunday, now my house be at church. She say she love me anywhere me at touch. She really pussy, let me say me at church.
So this is a new song that came out, but I don't think that's the particular snippet he posted. But yeah, so it was posted snippet, and then song sounding fire though. Yeah, the song sounding fire. Which of the songs is it? The Zino song or the Seyi Vibes song? But yeah, so it was snippet after snippet, and there's next thing Seyi started talking about. They went to their Instagram stories, posting different stuff like. Either they talk about the artist where you sabi pass for this cabal. Put my name aside, label slave, calling me label slave. Now if you say you want to sell your house, go buy that one because of me. LMAO, your number one song got you an apartment. That's why you're angry. Basically, it turned into a pissing competition. Zino posted a video of his new Lamborghini that was coming through the.
It's not one. Where's Abby work? Oh, ni don't one. Kidding me so. Oh, ni don't.
So it started getting very heated anyway. Yeah, this is the snippet that he actually posted in response to Seyi Vibes song. This is actually I was looking for this one. Hey. So that was the snippet he posted in response to Seyi Vibes one. So and it sounds very hard. So yeah. So the main point of contention has been actually what the angle Seyi Vibes has been using is that he has achieved all of his success independently without the help of a record label. While even though Zino's has number one songs and stuff. His money is not up to Seyi Vibes' money because he submits his money to his label owners basically, and he only takes a cut. And Zino is just responding with, "Bro, I'm still richer than you, whether I label or not." And I'm not really concerned about the whole beef. Like, I don't really care if I'm being totally honest. At the end of the day, it's free promotion for both of them. They are both in everybody's mouths. I'm sure Seyi Vibes would have seen a spike in his streams, and Zino, I don't think Zino needed it. But the angle I wanted to really talk about for this case is the whole independence versus record label thing. And I know it's something that I've touched about on previously, but one thing I'm going to say on this, like for the purpose of this particular topic, I'm going to expand on it. Should you be signed to a record label or should you be independent? Like, what is the best path to follow as an artist? They're both in everybody's mouth. They're both in everybody's mouth, bro. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Bro, I didn't mean to be sauce, man. No homo, no homo. Please, maintain focus. This is a serious matter. So, should you, as an upcoming artist, what's the best path to follow? Do you follow the path of an Olamide, part of a Naira Marley, the part of a who else has been a very good independent artist? The part of a no other name seems to come to mind now. But like, it's like there have been blueprints of being, or part of a Seyi Vibes. There have been blueprints of being successful as an independent artist, and obviously, the cake is the national cake. The pros, part of the pros of being an independent artist, obviously, you get to keep all your money. You're not sharing your money among several mouths, and you're not beholden to anyone. Basically, you maintain control for the most part, for most things. He said it depends on how much and how long you want to struggle in the industry. Exactly, that's a very good point, and I was going to touch on that quickly. But so basically, that's the pros of being independent. Like, you have control and you have more profits, but then you also have the risk, which is what we're talking about, the cons, in terms of you're going to put your bills out of, you're no longer thinking on the side of income, and you're not thinking on the side of assets and profits, and so you have to be more conscious of that if you are an independent artist, because you are basically your own business. You're basically running. It's basically the argument of business owner versus employee. That's basically the argument here. So do you want to be a talent, or do you want to be a talent manager for your own talent? And I feel like not only does it depend on how long you want to struggle, it depends on how much you want to reach. Because I think at the end of the day, and what I'm starting to realize is that being an independent artist can only take you so far. Like, there's a limit to your growth as an independent artist. Same way as there's a limit to your growth as a solopreneur, as a self-employed entrepreneur, as a what's that word again in business? As a sole proprietor. There's a limit to that growth. So if you want to continue to escalate that business to reach higher heights, you basically have to enter a partnership, which is the next stage, or even after that, if you want to be a worldwide phenomenon, become a company. You literally need to become a company that is run by people operating different departments, and it's very, very tough to do all of that as an independent artist. It's very, very tough. So as an independent artist, I think the conclusion of this is there is really no wrong choice in both of them. One is needed for a level of artist, and one is needed for a different level of artists. It just depends on where you are in your career. Obviously, if you are starting, I think my biggest advice is to start as an independent so that you can learn all parts of the business by yourself. And then once you've reached a certain level, outsource, like sign to someone. Obviously might have to give away some of your royalties, but just make sure you are entering a deal that you retain as much of it as possible, while while being able to make as much income as possible. So, and while reducing your risk to the utmost degree. So I don't think any particular one should be villainized, especially the way Seyi Vibez is attacking Zino. It's not something to be ashamed of, being a working for a company or being. I feel there's too much plaque now thrown on the employee. Everyone wants to be a business owner now, and being a business owner is not glamorous. It's not something that every single person must be. It's good, but obviously there has to be a level. Like Drake, some of the biggest artists in the world are signed to labels. Like, they know, is Drake a label slave, or is Kanye a label slave, or is like some of the, I don't know, I keep mentioning just those people. Beyonce, like everybody we know, like that is big, the who's who in the industry, like they're all signed to one person or the other, or they're in partnership with one person or the other. So it's nothing to be ashamed of, especially an upcoming artist. Just make sure you're not in a deal that is fucking you up, and just make sure you are working with people that know your craft and prioritize you. That would be the only advice I'll give. So don't start as an independent, learn the trade of it, learn the business of it. Once you have leverage, once your talent can speak for itself, can stand for itself, look for good deals, look for outsourcing that you can do to help you grow. So the connections and relationship a label can bring is vital for a growing artist. I completely agree, my G. I completely agree. So yeah, that's my whole conclusion. Seyi and Zino, please stop fighting. We need the collapse for the industry. I saw something interesting though. Somebody attacked Zino. I said Zino, Seyi Vibez with something, and I want to see if I can play for you guys. I'm trying to look through my saved. This was a very funny video about the matter, and I think we'll end it on this note.
That's why song rental #1 for Apple Music. He go tell you say, okay, record label in. That's go tell you say, the record label in independent artist. My guy, stop being the industry crybaby. You are not the first independent artist. Olamide, the T Classic has been doing it for years. So stop coming here and wanting to get charity from us. See, listen, Asake even stopped doing the whole vibing to snippets, holding glass of wine. And
that was the funny point.
You stole that from him. He stole his
Copy my own flow.
Guy, now he's just dropping unannounced and he's still topping charts. Come on now, the difference is clear. Asake is king. You can't argue it. You can't. You can copy the sound, but you can't fucking copy the goddamn streams. Come on. Asake is busy giving us bangers. If you hear Seyi, what is he doing? Attack, more attack. Now what will they fight? Calm down. I beg, go and find your thing to do, my dear. If you ask Seyi Vibez why his song not top chart, why his song rental #1 for Apple Music, he go tell you say, okay, she record label in. That's he go tell you say, the record label in independent artist.
So that's a good point, like, I don't know why he's saying it so angrily, but he made whoever that is made good points, and I agree with some of it. Like, there's been a lot of comparison between Asake and Seyi Vibez, but there's literally, I don't think there's any competition between the two of them. Like, I think Asake is leagues above Seyi, and Seyi could say the whole record label thing all he wants to, but at the end of the day, Ashake's talent and Ashake's wordplay and his flow speak for themselves. So yeah, man. Seyi, you're good, but I don't think this record label thing is something that is the hill that you need to die on. You've improved your craft a lot. Focus on continuing to improving and try to avoid all this petty beef like that and getting yourself mixed into this thing. And everybody will be alright at the end of the day.